Forgot about this. Forgot about this rap. That's on this soundtrack. It's a good song. I really do like it. I just completely forgot about it. Greetings everyone. I am back with some more Ratchet and Clank, and just a warning: if you hear like background noise or what sounds like air, I have a fan going in my room. It's really freaking hot in here, and it's like the best way I can cool down without recording in the freezer. Which, I mean, if it was possible, I probably would try. But, mostly just letting you guys know. So, last night was actually fairly smooth, and I'm kind of surprised. And I'm hoping that we have the same luck tonight. Probably won't, but here's hoping. Uh, anyway, without further ado, let me just get that. Transition over to the actual game. Trying to remember what I was doing last session, because I think we oh, that's right, it was we're at the large station getting the thing for the thing. Fun. I'm just happy that we have the rocket pack for Clank. Dang it. Yeah. Crap. Alright, let me try it again. I'm at least happy that starting with going commando, the you have more than just like one um quick select wheel. Definitely makes it easier. I I know I showed off Ripped Apart, and I can't remember if the quick select in that yeah the quick select in Ripped Apart was customizable. It's not as big a deal whether it is or isn't. I just can't remember. Because I think in Going Commando, like, you have a larger quick select that includes all of your weapons and gadgets. If not in Going Commando, dang it. If not in Going Commando, not Ripped Apart. The other one.
Hi there, Fuzzball.
Yo.
Oh,
Uh,
that's a nice one.
if not Going Commando, it was in Up Your Arsenal. Which I know why in Europe they had to change the name, but I am disappointed that Europe had to just change it to Ratchet and Clank 3. Like that's sad. I mean, I get it. Um I get why, because um It actually wasn't censorship, if I remember correctly. It was because the innuendo wouldn't actually work across multiple languages in Europe. So they decided to say fuck it, we can't if we can't make it work, we're just gonna call it three. Um, because it's kind of a that joke only really works in English, as far as I know. Um, I'm still sad we missed out on fucking Ratchet and Clank clock blockers. um, which is still one of my favorite canceled, not canceled. Um, that is still one of my favorite innuendos that they wanted to use. Um, fucking um, the only reason they didn't use clock blockers is because it was a little too obvious for for Sony to accept. Um, All for One had um quite a few ones which were actually pretty good. I love the multiple organisms one because that just funny to me. It's not even a good joke, it's just funny to me. Um you have to look them up because the the Ratchet and Clank comic that was released um between Crack in Time and um All for One, which is canon. Um that that comic actually has like each chapter is more or less named after um one of the different subtitles they had for All for One. That they couldn't use. It's how we knew about a lot of those subtitles. There was multiple organisms, which is just like I said, I find that funny. There was bros before foes, which always gets a chuckle out of me when I think about it. Um, there was foreplay, which Sony would never allow. Um, but all of them were puns on the fact that it was a four-player multiplayer game. Um, and honestly, All for One is a fun multiplayer Ratchet and Clank game. It's not the multiplayer Ratchet and Clank game that people probably wanted. Um, in fact, it plays a lot like games like Super Mario 3D World and such. Um, but it's fun. Like it's a game that I feel people need to give um a little more credit to because it's a genuinely fun game. I'm honestly gonna honestly forgot this was here. Hey Dan. Um just wanna say, Dan, the only reason I'm not using Discord tonight, like I sent out the notification, but I'm not um I don't have Discord open because it would take up too much. Fuck. It would take too much internet bandwidth, and I need pretty much all of that just to play Ratchet Clank. Um, Now, as for who I'm talking to, more or less myself. Gonna be perfectly honest, I didn't know anyone is actually watching. I'm happy there is people watching, though. Yeah, but you're watching, or at least you're here enough to be paying attention. Um, oh, go away. What game? Because you gotta take into account, like, there are very few games on I have played that I don't like. Pain sounds too. Well, you can't say I don't like it if I haven't played it. Pain sound. Also, you have no idea that I haven't played it. I play a lot of shit that I don't just stream. I got a follower. What's the? I have played Overwatch. I like Overwatch. I don't like Activision. Alex actually gave me a copy of Overwatch on Xbox. Like I've played it. I'm just not good at it. That being said, I have no intention of playing Overwatch 2 anytime soon for quite a few reasons. Like, it's not even the, um, um, trying to see this again. Oh, thanks. I can't see the username. Singing knitter. Okay. Um. Oh, and I love this game too. You can ignore it, Dan. I mean, you can. I'm not gonna force you to. But ah, dang it. Um, no, it's not that it's what bots say. It's because I usually have so few sorry, I'm trying to edit things. One sec. Yeah, what Dan said. My streams usually are a ghost town. Like if you take a look at my follower count, I have like 15 followers and maybe like one shows up every week or so. And typically that's for the multiplayer nights I usually have on Saturdays. But when it comes to stuff like this, like usually I'll have yeah, nice. Um yeah, that's generally how it works. Also, I think it's funny because if I remember correctly, I have shit. Um Twitch probably has it listed as me playing the movie game. But I tried to have the I tried in Twitch's what game are you playing thing um to have the 2002 game, and for some reason it just wasn't what's coming up for me. And if anything, it might be just a problem on my end. Um, but I don't feel bothered to change it. Um, that being said, like I've mentioned in other sessions, um, oh yeah, no, I fully understand that. But I've mentioned in other sessions that I have genuinely enjoyed both the movie and the movie game. Although, if you haven't experienced the movie or the game, uh, the game's better. The movie has, while I enjoy it, the movie certainly has problems, especially with how they change the character. I don't mind that. Here. Um, the movie's alright. I think it's on Netflix if you really want to watch it. Um, but I thought it was alright. It, but like I said, if you haven't seen it, I I recommend If you haven't seen the movie, best way to experience it at this point is get the PlayStation 4 game because it's more or less a glorified remake of the first game. Um, that being said, there are things cut from there are things that were cut from um the movie game. And it's not a because they were cut from the original it's not even a they were cut because they weren't in the movie. Um the movie game like cuts certain things just because they didn't have time to add them in. But the I actually recommend if you want to look if you want to go into the history of Ratchet and Clank just in general, watch the Golden Bolt videos. Um because he has an entire retrospective on literally every game. Nah, I get that. But yeah, the and the Golden Bolts videos on Ratchet and Clank are just really good. But um going back to the movie game yeah, what I was trying to say about the movie game. So the movie game cut out certain levels, and one of the biggest reasons like it wasn't even a oh they didn't have this level in the movie or they didn't have this world in the movie. um the movie game cuts out um worlds more because they just didn't have time to actually add them in. One of the funniest examples to me of it wasn't in the movie, but they actually do visit the planet in the game was Poketaru. Because in the game, um you can't tell me what to do. This is my own stream. Bitch, I'll pause playing Ratchet and Clank and start talking about Sonic if you're gonna be like that. Um jokes aside. There's not much to comment on what I'm doing other than me constantly dying to something because not paying close enough attention. You know what? Got this fucking turret. There's mine, guys. I know there's one like right here, but I ain't gonna run. Yeah, I know. Uh, but yeah, like Poketaru is in the game, but it's not in the movie. And I love the explanation as to why they go to Poketaru in the movie game because yeah, and that would be boring, Dan. That's why I'm rambling about the fuck why I'm rambling about an entirely different game. Um, shit, I can't think. Um, but the so first off, like I mentioned, Poketaru is not in the movie. In fact, I think if they added in the movie, it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. But they had it in the movie game, and the reason that they go there was the John Goodman father figure character that they gave Ratchet in the movie. Um, Apparently has a brother that looks exactly like him. That's just on that. That's just on the on Poketaru. Um, there we go. That's more like what I should have been doing. I was like, I got the fucking Devastator rocket launcher, and you think I would be using it more, but no, I actually forgot I had it. Um, but the explanation as to why they go to Bokataru is just, hey, I have a brother that I've never told anyone about on Poketaru. Can you go check in on him and see if he's okay? And it's literally it's basically the exact same character as the John Goodman. I'm saying like the actor's name because I cannot for the life of me remember that character. The character's name. Not that it matters because he's only ever in the movie. Well, the movie and the movie game. But it it's funny to me that he's that they made him like they just have, oh, we need to go to Poketaru, okay, but we need a reason for Ratchet to go to Poketaru, so well, what's the reason? Character's long lost brother needs help. It's like, oh, but this doesn't make any fucking sense. We just need an excuse. Um, and I mean, one of the reasons I find that as funny as I do is mainly because that that to me is fairly lazy writing, but it's funny in hindsight because it's like, okay, but this doesn't, like, you never hinted that you may have a brother. It just kind of dumb. Um, oh, Grim was the, that's right. And it doesn't. I don't think they actually say what the brother's name was. If they do, uh, it's been some time since I've played. Jeez, it's been some time since I played the movie game. And knowing my luck, it'll be a while before I play the movie game on stream because it's I want to do the Ratchet and Clank games in order. The only one that I'm iffy about is I don't know if I'm gonna do like the PSP games. Because the way I'm doing this is basically streaming the PlayStation 3 version of the game to my PS5, and then streaming the PS5 game to Twitch. Grim and Graham. Um, Ow. Ah, there's the pilot's helmet.
Now this is cool.
You have acquired a pilot's helmet, manufactured by the Drive. It will allow you to fly jet fighters in your inductions.
You know the funny thing about this that kind of cracks me up in hindsight. technically with the pilot's helmet, Ratchet doesn't need Clank anymore. And considering this is the point of this at this point, Ratchet's angry at Clank for falling into a trap. He could just get rid of Clank right now. I know he doesn't because without Clank we wouldn't have the series, but he could theoretically just get rid of Clank.
I got some great bargains for you today. That's a real beauty.
All right, then where did I park the ship? Right, back to Poktar. Dan, I'm not gonna play the game intentionally bad because it would entertain you. No, I'm gonna play it intentionally bad because I'm an idiot. Yeah, that's true. He does need Clank for the Helipack and the Thruster Pack. That might, you know what? That might actually explain why he never does get rid of Clank after he gets Pilot's helmet. Like even while he's still mad at me. Um, Look, if you want someone playing games intentionally playing games bad, then go to Game Grumps. I don't do that shit here. I play bad because I'm bad at the game. I don't play bad because I want the game to look worse than it actually is. Or because I think it'd be funny. No shit. Yeah, if I'm playing a game bad, it's because I'm legitimately bad at the game. I don't like playing a game bad just because I think it'd be funny. It's something that has to this day pissed me off about Game Grumps because when Game Grumps plays a game, a lot of times they intentionally make themselves look worse at the game because they think it'd be funny. I fucking hate how they play stuff like Legend of Zelda or Sonic because it just makes them come off as incompetent. And besides, this is a game that I know that I have been playing since childhood. I would not intentionally play the game bad because I think it'd be funny. Heck, when I inevitably get to Sonic 06, like because I do actually want to stream that game, um, I'm not gonna just immediately try and fall into every bottomless pit I find. No, I'm going to, I'm in, eh. I intend to play that game to the best of my abilities. Besides, Sonic 06 is buggy enough, you'll probably get enough content of me falling into pits anyway, whether I'm playing good or not. Because, I mean, Sonic 06 is a broken buggy mess. Yeah, the fire jet, the jet sections or not. It's not as bad as the turret section, um, which I think I did do last session. And if you wanna see me fail massively at something in this game, go to my YouTube channel where I re-upload a lot of my streams. You can just see me constantly fail at yeah,
Well, I guess that should do it.
the turret on
Here you
Battaglia.
go.
Um,
It's about time.
The
Hoven,
O2 mask allows you to breathe
yes.
underwater in poisonous
Thank you.
atmospheres
Hoven
more
is a
easily
pain in
in
the
outer
ass.
space. It will
Battaglia, I
auto-equip
don't
when
think is
needed.
as bad, but I like the turret sections on both planets. I think are a pain, and at the very least, it's a with Battaglia, and you can see it. You can see it. In one of my other sessions. Um, with Battaglia, I'm just legitimately bad at that turret section, um, which I don't think helps. I regret jumping in the water without the hydro pack, because hydro pack would have made this go a little quicker. um, I don't think the magnet boots work in water. Hang on. Yeah, they get de-equipped when I hop in the water. But there's the magnet boots. Huh. Actually, I thought Ratchet moved slower with the magnet boots on. Yeah, I really should have taken the teleport. uh, the magnet boots. I I'm I'm taking that question. I'm taking the question you asked as a you've never played Ratchet and Clank before in your life. This ain't Zoldo. Although if I were to play Zelda, I might I actually want to do Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask 3D. I know Majora's Mask 3D is not considered the best, but there is a mod of there's a mod of Majora's Mask 3D that actually okay, that was dumb of me. There's a mod of Majora's Mask 3D that actually enhances the game. And I recommend either if you're playing on an emulator like Citra, or you have the ability to play it on actual hardware with a modded 3DS or a modded 2DS. Uh, mess with Project Restoration, because that's actually my definitive way to play Majora's Mask. Do I have the Taunter? I do not have the Taunter. Okay. But yeah, if I were to play a Zelda game on stream, I'd probably do Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask first. I would do I wouldn't mind doing Breath of the Wild, but Breath of the Wild would take with how that game is, is definitely a I would have to I would more or less have to dedicate an entire month to just Breath of the Wild.
I got some great
Yeah,
bargains for you
yeah,
today.
but-
Hi there, Fuzzball. Oh, that's a nice one.
And yeah, Dan, I know you haven't played Ratchet and
Oh,
Clank. That's
that's a
why I'm
nice
giving you
one.
shit. But also, Dan, you don't typically mess with Sony products. I know you had a PS2, or at least your family had a PS2. But you don't mess with Sony products. You typically mess with like Xbox and such. Though I do know at one point you had a PlayStation 4 that you ended up selling, which is weird to me. Oh yeah, that's right. You did at one point have a PS3. Kinda surprised I forgot about that. But yeah, you typically don't mess with PlayStation products. But yeah, no, the Ratchet and Clank series, I think if you had a way to play them, I think you'd actually enjoy the Ratchet and Clank games. Oh boy, time for one of my favorite things. Once I remember where. Oh yeah, that's right. It's considered a weapon for some reason. Yeah. I always love doing that. Right. Oh yeah, that's right. You can't deactivate the shield there. That's annoying. Ah! Well, I'm not fond of Microsoft pushing literally every game they own to other platforms and making it so there's not really a reason for you to buy an Xbox. As you know for a fact, if they were to get the Activision deal, which I don't want to say they won't. I actually believe that they will. I just also don't care because I don't care for Activision. Um, but like they've actually told people to get Sony on their side. They've said, "Yeah, we're not going to make like Call of Duty exclusive." Microsoft doesn't care about exclusives. They almost never have. Oh, and it also doesn't help that Microsoft has almost never won the console wars. Never. Like, not even once. Um, and granted, I say that mostly because they've never won, because Xbox is kind of non-existent in Japan. I mean, yeah, they exist in Japan, but no one in Japan fucking likes the Xbox. Like,
Hi there,
it's
Fuzzball.
Japan is one of the only things that to me has genuinely stopped Microsoft from winning any console wars. Because I'll at least give them this. Yeah, they had a lot of great momentum in doing the Xbox 360. You say exclusivity isn't good for sales. Look at it this way. Why does
I got
Nintendo
some great bargains for you today.
make millions of dollars every console generation, Dan? They never release their games on other platforms. The only company that Nintendo has consecutively lost to is PlayStation. Not Microsoft, PlayStation. And exclusivity might actually be better for sales than you think, considering more people are going to be willing to buy a system for a game they're interested in. Hell, one of the only reasons I still have the Xbox you gave me is for Rare Replay. And that's about it. Because outside of Rare Replay, most of the games I have on Xbox I can get on other platforms, if not better versions of the game. Plus, the fact that on multiple occasions, I can actually point to a game that went multi-platform that actually performed worse than a game that was actually exclusive. So your argument's kind of dead in the water there. Now, to be fair, um, exclusivity does have a chance to hurt the sales of a game or a system, but that's a very slim chance because more people are going to look at certain games that they're interested in and think, "Oh, this is only exclusive to Xbox. I guess I'll buy an Xbox to play it." Whereas
Hi there, Fuzzball.
say a game comes to Xbox and then about 5 months later it comes to PlayStation, nobody's going to go out of their way to buy a Xbox just to get just to get a game. In fact, in my case, if a game I'm interested in only comes out for Xbox, I'm not going to go out of my way to buy an Xbox. I'm going to look at the game and say, hey, it's only out on Xbox. I'll see if either I can get it on PC
That's a real
or
beauty.
I'm not going to be able to play it.
That's a real beauty.
Yeah, that also doesn't help in my eyes. Like, to me, Sony usually does feel like they have a better selection of games. And for the record, the first console I had, because most of the consoles I had were like handhelds. The first home console I had was like the Xbox 360 and the Wii U. And the 360 I had was a hand-me-down from one of my cousins. Um, but Sony Sony typically has a better selection of games to me, but I for that in that fact it feels more of a um well, thanks for showing up anyway. Um I'll finish my train of thought at the very least. But Sony has a better selection of exclusives. Um if I have to give if I have to give Microsoft credit, and I will, like, I don't think they're a terrible company. They they have done a lot of actually really smart business practices when it comes to the games industry. I just prefer Sony because Sony gives me more of what I want. But for the most part. Sony has also had a lot of fucking stupid business practices. Like, for instance, their PlayStation Plus, their current PlayStation Plus subscription, not really doing anything with their older games. Um, but it's just Microsoft has done a lot of things that I'm not interested in.
I got some great bargains for you today.
I know I keep dying to this part. Like, this is I've always had trouble with this. Yeah. Dang it.
I got some great bargains for you today.
I had a few other things
Oh,
on
that's a
my
nice
mind,
one.
and I just cannot think what I was saying.
Hi there, Fuzzball.
But yeah, like, I'll crap on Microsoft, but it's not entirely because I hate them. It's just I'm more interested in Sony. Sony, I think, has more games and more things that I'm interested in, whereas Microsoft is like, they have Rare and Halo, and that's it. Because all of their major games, um, like Ori and the Blind Forest, that's a Microsoft game, and I love it. I love Ori and the Blind Forest. It's a great game. It's amazing Metroidvania, but I have that on Nintendo Switch. Cuphead is on literally fucking everything. I can go to a store right now and buy a copy of Cuphead on Nintendo Switch, like a physical copy. It's not like it. I just don't have a reason to buy an Xbox. And when that is Microsoft's main gaming system, then that's like I feel like if any company would turn out to be the next Sega and leave the console market because they just haven't done well enough, it's going to be Microsoft. Because, and it's not, again, not trying to be super harsh towards Microsoft. It's just, they haven't, especially the end of the Xbox One's life, although that's still going, to be fair. The end of Xbox One's life, the start of the Xbox Series life cycle. They don't care much about exclusives. All of their major games, um, all of the major games that are shit that are on that are coming to like Xbox Series X, S and X. Eh. I hate those names, by the way. Like they're coming to PC. I know someone would be like, "Oh, well, PlayStation's adding games to PC." Yeah, yeah, they are, and I'm not saying it's not like it's a terrible idea that like you should have your games exclusive to consoles. No, especially with how fucking hard it is to get a PlayStation 5, or even an Xbox. Like, yeah, it's easier now, especially the digital only Series S that less and less people are particularly interested in. Um, but it's actually I think it's a smart idea for companies to put their games on PC for people who can play them. But at the same time, you have people like me who, until recently, their main PC was a fucking potato. Um, and you have people who like can't, who just didn't have a decent enough PC to run stuff like Spider-Man Remastered or Halo Master Chief Collection. It's better to get those consoles. Now, where the fuck is this last fucking bird? Fuck you. Um, and I will actually be perfectly honest. If I could afford an Xbox Series X, I actually wouldn't mind buying one. I say a Series X because I don't want to get a digital only system. I have too many physical games that it just it wouldn't be worth it to just basically buy all the Xbox games I already have again just to get a digital copy. Um, in fact, in some cases, it'd be more expensive. But again, most of that would be because like I want to play Rare Replay. I want to play like the handful of Xbox games I still have, because most of the games that I originally had on Xbox, I later got a PlayStation copy and just sold the Xbox copy because I'm more willing to play on PlayStation. I think there are a handful of cases where I've actually gotten out, where I still have both the Xbox and the PlayStation version of a game. The funniest example I still go back to is I still have all three versions of Soul Calibur 2 on Xbox, on PlayStation 2, and on GameCube. But I also have um I have both console versions of Tron Evolution. I have the Xbox 360 version, I have the PlayStation 3 version. Though granted, that part of that's because I like Tron and I just wanted the PlayStation 3 version. Um,
It's a premium nanotech dispenser.
oh hell yeah,
You
premium
can put
nanotech. Ultra nanotech. How
this
much?
dispenser.
So I will have to return later. But I have the premium nanotech, so that's something. It gives me 1 extra hit point. Yay! Ooh, yeah, ooh. 1 extra hit point, ooh. Not that that really means much. Ooh. There was still that other area I need to explore. Oh, jeez. Yep, there goes the internet. And yet, surprisingly enough, still have not disconnected. Just a weird spike. Okay. Right, I still need to explore that other half of the thing. Oh, wait! Wait, it occurred to me, I might not actually be able to. Yep, only one way to find out. I wonder. Huh. Nice. And then... Oh, that just... Okay. That felt like a mild waste of time. Minor waste of time. Right, now go to this pathway. I'm out of bolts. Or I'm out of ammo.
Hi there, Fuzzball.
Yo. Oh, I kind of forgot I had decoy ammo. I don't usually use the decoy glove. I know I use it on Poketaru, but that's about it. Ow. Fucking bird. Oh, wait a sec. Try and aim around the corner. Let me just... That should do it. Come on. There you go. Oh, jeez. Oh, my minions. Kill. Kill fire. Oh, jeez. Ooh, I
Hello
don't trust
again,
this man.
everyone. Supreme Executive Chairman Drek here to fill you in on our progress. We have now found the perfect orbit for our
Supreme
planet, one
Executive
which will allow for the
Chairman
optimum
Drek.
temperature all year round. However, there is a planet now occupying that orbit, and sadly, for its few insignificant inhabitants, it must be destroyed. That's why we've created this! The Planet Buster Maximus, a device capable of blowing an entire
Neat.
planet into subatomic particles. We're quite proud of it. Here's how it works. We attach the Planet Buster
I
to
would
this ship,
be
fly it into
I'd
orbit
be
around the
disappointed if you
planet,
weren't
and
proud
let
of
it
it.
go.
It's
Kaboom!
I'm proud.
Quite ingenious, really. Once our trained professionals put the finishing touches on our new planet, everything will be complete. Thank you. Goodbye.
Now this guy's gonna blow up an entire planet? That's just mean.
That's what I've been telling you.
Look, I'm still gunning for Quark. If we end up taking out Drek too, hey, fine. What?
You do care.
Don't push it, pal.
I mean, to be fair, at this point, he kind of realizes what's at stake, so yeah, he does care. Oh, that felt good. Right, and then I think this will lead me back to the ship, which I don't remember if there's anything else I need to do on this planet. Wait a second, what was the point of... Oh, right. Bolt. For the record, I'm only going this way because I'm partially lost and I don't remember where I need to go. I knew there was a golden bolt there, or in that general area. All right, back to that place with the stuff and the thing. I don't remember where I need to go. Is it that obvious? Okay. Taro. Finish on Orxon. Yeah, no, I'm pretty much done. Tohoven! Or Haven, or whatever it's called. I think it's supposed to be called Hoven. It's like Hoth. No, I think if there was a planet like Hoth, it'd be the ice planet from.
That must be the ship that will transport the bomb.
You think? Great work, detective.
Yeah, yeah.
Double
I got some great bargains for you today. That's a real beauty.
Wait. That was drone device.
I got some great bargains for you
Nope.
today.
Ow. Oh, right. This section. Let me just, eh. Yeah, yeah. Oh, come on. Actually, hang on. Let me just back. There we go. Weird. Ah! Dang it. I can... Right. And then... somewhere around here. Hang on, I'm curious. Dan, you still here? Well, either you can't hear me or he's not here anymore. Oh well. Hey, look, a person.
Hey, buddy, what's shaking?
Oh my goodness. Aren't you just a little angel?
Actually,
Aw.
I'm a little robot.
You're funny too.
Yeah, looks aren't everything.
You be nice. I think I got something special for you. How would you like a hydro pack upgrade?
That would be quite helpful for swimming underwater.
Whatever.
Oh, shut up. Shut up, Ratchet. You know it's
There
helpful.
you go, sweetie. You look so handsome.
Thank you, miss. Your craftspersonship is excellent.
If you two are through,
Jealous?
You come back and see me any old time. Your hydro pack will automatically equip when you are swimming. The hydro pack lets
Wow.
you swim against currents.
Neat. Well, now we have all of the Clank upgrades. Ah, damn it. Wow. Huh. Neat. Not intentional, but neat. And there's the gold ball I kind of forgot was up here. There's something was up here. Oh, jeez. Excuse me, gentlemen, you're in my way. Mhm. Ah, dang it. Crap. Good to know that liquid is apparently nitrogen. Mhm. Oh, fun. Oh, jeez. No. 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 Wait a sec. With the thruster pack equipped, couldn't Clank just... I know they're in freezing water, but couldn't Clank just theoretically defrost them? Dang it. Like, defrost them enough to fly them out and to just... You know what, never mind. Yeah.
Oh, heck.
Is there a problem, sir?
Y'all wouldn't have any spare parts, would you?
Help yourself.
These dang rocks are too tough. I keep breaking my drill.
That rock is raritanium.
Let me look at that drill.
Well, shoot my dog and call me Sally. Thanks, partner.
No problem.
You're welcome, Sally.
I suppose I could take that rock off your hands, too.
Heck, here you go.
Is that everything here? Oh, right. Destroy the plant buster. That's right. I still have things to do. Yippee.